Hello, and welcome back to another episode of 5 Minutes with Franza. I'm your host, Dr. Thomas Franza. Today we're going to be going over how to download and install CamStudio 2.5 Beta. This one has the same features that CamStudio 2.0 has, but a little bit more. So you might find that if CamStudio is being a little sticky or giving you a little problem, you might want to try 2.5. Or if you're just happy with CamStudio 2.0, you might just want to try 2.5 anyway. The first thing we need to do is we need to download it. We're going to download it from CNET's website. We're not going to download it from CamStudio.org. I found that this is easier. We type in CamStudio, and it's going to bring us to here. You're going to see CamStudio right here, and notice that we want version 2.5 beta. Click download now. I'm going to save it to the desktop just to make things easier for today. You see I got this little piece over here. Click on this and choose download file. This is IE just trying to protect us from some program installing malicious content. We click save, we choose desktop, and we save it. Please notice it's a zip file. I can now close my web browser. Let me minimize this, and here we go. Here's the zip file. Windows XP and newer can open zip files, so we don't need a separate program to do it. Simply double click on it, and here are all the files. Notice that there is no installer. So that's why we're going to be focusing on doing the install for today, and then I'll do a follow-up video that'll show you some of the differences between 2.0 and 2.5 beta. Now, what I need to do is click on my start menu and click on my computer. I need to double click on C and click on program files. If this was Windows Vista or 7, you might see program files x32. That's what you'd want. I'm going to right click on the space, not on a folder, but on the space, choose new, choose folder, and I'm going to call this CamStudio 2.5. Double click on that, and what I'm doing is I'm creating a place to copy these files to. If you hold your finger down on the control key and then press A, that is select all. You can also do it from the edit menu. I'm now going to click and drag. Do I want to? Yes, I do. And all the files are copied on over. I can now close this. Now that I have these, I can right click on the start button and choose open all users. Now that I've copied this program into the program files folder where it belongs, now I'm going to create my shortcuts on my start menu. You'll notice that they're not there right now. That's why we're going to put them there. I like to choose open all users. Notice I right clicked, because this will make it available for anybody who logs on to this machine. I double click on programs, I right click on the space, not on an icon, but in the space, choose new and choose folder. Sounds similar? Once again, I'm going to call this CamStudio 2.5. I don't want to call it CamStudio because I already have CamStudio installed. Hit enter and double click, or hit enter again. This is where I'm going to put my shortcuts to the programs. Simply click off because I don't want to have these things all highlighted. I want producer. Press down the control button, click on recorder, scroll down, click on player and play plus. Right click and drag over. Once again, we're right clicking so that we get a menu. If we left clicked, they would be moved. We don't want to move them, we want to create shortcuts. Now that I have my shortcuts, I right click and I choose rename. I want this one to be player. I want this one. I right click and I'm going to call this SWF producer. That way it matches its 2.0 equivalent. I'm going to right click on this one, choose rename, delete that, and I'm going to call this player plus. And last but not least, right click, rename, and I'm going to call this recorder. There you go. I can close this. I can close this. If I want, I can even drag this to the recycle bin, but I'm not going to delete it just yet. I want to make sure everything worked. I click on the start menu, I click all programs, and here you go, CamStudio 2.5. If you're anal retentive like me and want this to be alphabetical, just simply right click, choose sort by name, and there you go, CamStudio 2.5 and CamStudio 2.0. That's about it. Later on I'll show you how to run 2.5 and any tweaks that you may need, but now you have it installed. Good luck and enjoy. Thank you once again for watching 5 Minutes with Franza. I am your host, Thomas Franza. Thank you.